Wonder if everyone can hear me on the stream. Did our Tesla dip? Dip, dip, dip. All right, let's see. All right, there might be a little bit of a lag. I think it's about 7 seconds. So yeah, I'm gonna count right now what the lag is. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here to goal. It's like 5 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna switch over here to the Nasdaq. Yeah, it's like 5 second lag. So if you guys can deal with 5 seconds, which I know in trading that could be a lot, but if we're playing on the minute chart, 15-minute chart, I think you guys will be okay with following along. Now, I don't recommend anyone copy trade or copy the trades that I'm putting in, but if you do, just know that it's a 5 second lag. So if you want to be on your paper trader and copy whatever and follow along that way and see how the trades feel. I'm just saying there's a 5 second lag from what I'm saying and doing to what you see physically on your screen. So if you're listening to me, you're getting me pretty live in terms of um, volume or speech, but then when I show you, it's 5 seconds after it happened. Okay, 5 seconds. It's a small window of time, but it's the lag that we have on this. Not too bad, but 5 seconds. Literally like 5 seconds. It's a 5 second lag. So thing that I do is about 5 seconds later. But clean ass stream. I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for the 5 seconds later, this would be a clean ass stream. Really clean. Like me watching this on my phone is like, whoa, that's a pretty clean ass stream. So I cannot be mad at that, honestly. Like the video quality, great. So, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is me just testing it out before I actually start live streaming the trades on the channel. So yeah, we'll do that for a while. Live stream, make videos. Um, yeah, we'll go over the mini. I'm sorry, the micro E mini Nasdaq right now because this was a really good entry trade right here, and it's because price ran up into the opening price of the last up close candle on that daily chart. So the abbreviation is OPLUC, daily chart. Opening price of the last up close candle. That's what that stands for. So you got to write that down in your notes. Remember that. Opening price of last up close candle. So what does that mean? When we said specifically on the daily chart, so we're referring to the last up bar, the last up close or green candle. If you're using green and red candlesticks, you have a different color. Just know it's the last up close candle. one that closed up rather than down. So that's why it says opening price. Now we're using the opening price of that candle, of the last up close candle on the daily chart. That's how we're getting this very specific level. So we'll go over here, and as you can see, if you use the opening price of the last up bar, what do I mean the last up bar? It was the very last up bar before we had this extreme run down. Okay, this is the last green candle, before the train left the station. Choo choo choo. That's so lame, but yeah, left the fucking station right here, and it's the last green one that you seen before we had this run to the bottom. Now that we have a retracement, look, there's no green candles for it to continue with here. This was the last up close candle. And then what's at the bottom of this up close candle? The opening price of that candle. The last up close candle, the opening price is the last up close candle before the chart went down. For days, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 5 days straight to the downside. And we finally took a slow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to get back up there. So we haven't been at this level in 12 days since it broke. Just about. And now we're back. As you can see, we rejected right at the opening price of the last of those candles. That's respect. Price respected the opening price of the last of those candles. So now my bias is going to switch to bearish for now, not continuously, but since we got up there and rejected, my bias on the daily would be the next candle should give me some downward pressure, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so since we have that in mind, we're looking at next candle, downward pressure. Let's go back to the 1 minute and look at how we would play it on that 1 minute chart. So this morning, price opened at 7:30 this morning our time, which is 9:30 East Coast. Came down, it ran up. We didn't take any trades. It ran up. We said, let's see how it performs when it gets to the opening price of the last of this candle. So we don't know what it's going to do, but we understand when it does react, what we should do, how we should respond, and what we could do, what opportunities we could take based on what the price does at that very specific level. So it runs up to that opening price, the last of those candle on that daily chart. Wicks above it, rejects. Right here. Wicks above it, rejects. Goes back above it. I got concerned when it closed above it, because then you see how this is 7:44. A new 15-minute candle came out at 7:45. So I'm like, okay, is it gonna push? Then once we got the rejection and then the close below again after it went above it, then it closed below, and then we had, and then it could have went up, right? But then we had the break structure on this candle. It broke the opening price of this last green candle right here. That was a signal. There was no more going up. We rejected from this level. That was it. Enter, write it down. Okay, and that was a nice write down. If you entered here, just to the low, was a cool 40 to 43 points. Okay. just being on, let's see, on the paper trade, let's see, just being on, let me take this 35 off, just being on 5 lots, 5 micro lots, which is basically like a half of a full contract. Just being on that, from that trade, let's put a little limit. Now let's drag the TP and see how much that would have been in that few minutes. So from here, 1 2 3 minutes, potential to make $440. So you didn't even catch the whole thing. Cut out the lows. That's a quick $200 right there, right? That's life changing, or at least for me personally, from my standpoint of view. If I'm working a damn job, 10 hours a fucking day, and all I'm gonna make is 220 bucks any fucking way in 10 hours. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to sit here and catch 1 2 3 minutes of selling pressure, or 1 2 3 4 minutes of buying pressure after a liquidity grab or something, and make some money. So yeah, but anyway, next. Now, say you missed that for some reason, and now you seeing that okay, we are bearish, and you see we had this Judas swing. You know, I didn't take the low, it stopped prior to the low, went back up into this range. You can't tell that it's gonna sell off. Maybe you thought it was gonna keep trucking back up there because it could have did that. You know, it's volatile, but it didn't. It rejected in this gap, in the space where price kind of rebalanced, right? Rebalanced this gap, the imbalance, rejected at it. That was the sign to go short again, and then reject it. So when the candle turned down, just back to the lows was 25 points. So say we got in at that candle right as it turned back down, which would recognize it after a while. Like, okay, that's it. Back to the lows, just from here to here, another $240 opportunity. Okay, that's pretty cool. And this is a slow market relative because it's the day after Christmas. You know, the market wasn't moving too volatile. You guys, check the total daily range. It really didn't go any further than this high to this low. So that was the total range of points. So you do that, we had 100 point range. That was it. That's a low volatile day. Okay, compared to other days prior to the whole Christmas week, we get pretty crazy ranges. Here's Friday, right? Friday's range probably pretty insane, from the here to there, almost 300 point range, like almost 3 times that we just did right here on Friday. Um, the ranges here on that Thursday of last week, 240 something, 250 some point range. Like, the ranges are pretty crazy during the day. So that 100 point range was something that's not normal. Look at this. Range is crazy. 550 point range straight to the downside. Just murder that day. And this must be okay. It's a Tuesday, so not a really crazy range day here, but we'll go from the bottom to the top. Still 260 points. Okay. And then here goes another crazy range day right here. 7 something in the morning. Woo, all the way down 300 and something points. Okay, so that 100 point day, I don't need to show you guys all of those different New York session days to show you that how small of an opportunity you had on this day, the low volatility. And even though you had such a small low volatility day, you still had plenty of trades to replace um, a job, that's making about 20, 20 something bucks an hour, 21, 22, whatever bucks an hour, right? That's if you're making $24 an hour, working 10 hours a day, that's 240 bucks right there, right? And that's something that paid attention to, understood what you're doing, understood the levels, waiting for it to happen patiently, didn't just jump in and whatever, waiting for it to give you the sign, go for it, and take 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes to make what you would make in 10 hours. I'm seriously like, what the fuck, right? So that's what gets me excited about this profession, this business. Is that yes, you can invest, yes, you can grow your money with um, assets of all kinds, right? Whether it's real estate or stocks or gold, silver, all kind of stuff's going crazy, right? And having the skill to come in here and trade is just another way to increase your income. So whatever you're doing for income, this is a way to increase it if it's the right fit for you. I like it. Um, it's not for everybody. Don't get me wrong. But you gotta be patient. You gotta sit there. You gotta clear your mind. You can't have a whole bunch of shit on your mind. Because if you do, it's gonna bleed into your trading, and that's gonna end up confusing you or get. I guess from me personally, maybe I'll get impulsive and I'll want to like force a trade because I'm feeling some type of way about something, and I just want to like change the way I feel. And that right there is how you end up blowing accounts. You know, so been there, done that, definitely. Okay, so yeah, I think that will be the end of our live stream. I guess let me show you one more example on the long side, what it looks like in a few minutes of trading, with basically half a lot. So I would say, let me take okay, yeah, I want to take my line here. I just want to draw out the liquidity graph. I'm not gonna type it because anyone who's been watching the stream, you guys will get it over time. But the liquidity graph is basically the chart sells off and it comes below the recent swing low. Okay, that's it. I'll grab the circle right here. Comes below the recent swing low. Here's the low. It spikes below it. Okay, it closes above it. That's the signal that we're rejecting from that low. That's buying pressure. And usually it does retrace back down. Now, since you're not sure if it's going to retrace back down and keep going, wait for it to come back up and show you, okay, that's sufficient. That's where you enter right there. After it's come back, went down, went up, you're like, okay, well, closed. Now let's wait to see what price action does. Goes back down, okay, well, maybe that wasn't it. But then it shows you, yes, it was. Green candle. Close above the line. That was it. Done. And off we go. So enter in there. If we took the, because you're waiting for those signals and you're watching the live stream and we all enter there, whether you're doing paper trading or whatever, I'm not going to tell you to trade, and I'm definitely not recommending you copy what I'm doing. But if you're following along, this is what I'm doing. Enter in there, and then okay, that's 200. Say we got out the opening price right here of the last up close candle before it ran down. That would be here, the last up close candle before the bars had a run down, right? This is how we are looking at the market. Runs into it, sells off, just like that daily candle did, right? ran into the opening price, sold off. Literally sold off 100 points. It's a pretty nice move actually. Um, that was the whole range, the whole day actually. Now sold off. So we say we got out right there at opening price because we didn't know if it was gonna sell off and keep going down or what was gonna happen next. We just know that right there would have been resistance for us. That would have been an out for us. Done. $200, right? 2 minutes, maybe a little bit less. Right? So if you can do stuff like that in a couple minutes, that's the game that I want to be in. Now, when you're obviously it's using 3 lots or something like that, it's gonna be a different ball game, right? I mean, that's $1,500. Right? Start using higher amounts of money, you get more comfortable with what you're doing. You know. So, anyway, that's it, guys. I'm gonna leave you with that. I know I didn't really introduce myself. This is my multi-dimensional trading video series channel. I also have another channel, Magic Options. I haven't posted any videos on there. I will probably drop the. I don't even change the title of this damn live stream. But yeah, I just wanted to play with this, see how it works. I haven't live streamed in a long time, so I'm having a 5 second lag as of right now. Not too bad, but then again, no one's really awake, so not too many people on the internet right now. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it now. Peace, guys. Have a great day.